is a fertile ground for anybody that wants to do the blues. There's a lot of clubs here and a lot of fans. Anyone that decides they want to do blues for the rest of their life, they're going to have to venture out and move on down south where the blues began. So join me and my band as we strike out and head south of the Mason-Dixon line, where the blues was born and raised and performed. We're going to take Syracuse blues down there. We're out of here. I've got a good band out here with me this time. I got Jose Alvarez from Mexico City, Mexico, and also Jaime Whithoff on the drums from Syracuse. And we got Homer Larry Stringer with us this time from Syracuse, formerly of the Bill McCompton Band. I'm the one that's been the Looking at 5,000 miles of traveling, Larry got a chance to tell us all about his experiences. Made the traveling bearable.
When I was a young hotshot horn player, I was playing count bass and kind of stuff. You know, a lot of it was pretty easy. Yeah. So I started, as a young age. And then once I got into college, then I started learning about Muddy Waters and, everybody. And went from there.
Being out here on tour, it makes you think about a lot of things that you left back at home. Like your wife, your kids, your dog, a few more things I don't want to speak about. There's no limit that I won't go to make sure that they know that I want to know what they're doing. I go to the school, just unannounced, walking to school, check them out, see what they're doing. They tell me they're going somewhere, I'll just show them where they said they were going and let them know that I'm interested in what they're doing. And that's how you do it. What do you think about my music? Yeah. You think it sucks? They're in the rap. And I think their music sucks. So we got to stand off, man. I don't know. They're in my corner as far as support. But they don't want to go with me and listen and hear it. They don't want to do that. But they're just support. They're supportive. It's just like sneakers. Just like sneakers. I mean, I wear Compton. Miami wears Compton. They came out with the Nikes. I didn't like the Nikes. Or I might like the Nikes, so I leave the Converse. And I go to the Nikes. Watch what I with the blacks. This new music came out, they went for that. Okay? They're gonna haul after that. We'll still be in the same place right here with the blues. The blues and jazz will never die. It's always been here and it's always gonna be here. There's all the types of music gonna come and go. But blues and jazz will never die. When we pulled into Nashville, Tennessee, it was really late at night. We had to find a hotel, and would you believe it? They had a good top-shaped pool waiting for us, but we were a little too tired for swimming, so we hit the sack. Me and the boys had to get some rest. Nothing like a tour, is there? It's all together different, ain't it? You gotta get it set up. You gotta work with the agent and get the rooms and everything. I mean, and there's come time if you're sponsoring the tour, you're gonna lose money because you gotta make sure that the tour keeps going. And you have jobs that drop off on the road when you're on the road, and you're not playing anywhere. You gotta put people up in the hotels. So you're going to hole right there. Another tour you do, everything might be fine. You might make all the money you want. It's the blues. That's the blues, baby. I've often heard people say anybody that play the blues has got to be a fool. Because you ain't making no money, you're traveling all over the place, you got to be crazy. But boy, I'll tell you, blues, I can't explain it, but I'd rather do that than to live. Play the blues, sing the blues. Just give me enough money to get from one town to another one, and a shot of CC, and I'm ready to go. Yeah. It's time to go find the club. It's late in the afternoon, so we headed out. We witnessed all the damage and destruction that was caused by the tornado that hit Nashville a week before we got there. Houses was torn down, roofs was ripped off. Fence was down, trees was picked up by the roots and thrown around. We finally found a little club called Bourbon Street Blues. It was located in a little alley called Prentice Alley. It was a nice little club. That's doing knock down, throw out, down home blues. Lord, you get when you do slop job blues. Low down, outhouse, slop job blues.
It's my pleasure to present to you, all the way from Syracuse, New York, the deacon of the blues in Syracuse, Mr. Roosevelt Dean.
1,000 miles to get to somewhere to do this for the people. Thousands of miles. Because you know what kind of time you're going to have when you get there. You're going to throw down, baby. Don't throw down, jam. We're out here touring and we're promoting the new album we got out. Live at the Dinosaur Barbecue downtown Syracuse, New York. We're going to be out here on the road for a little while. We just always stop by and say good evening to you in Nashville. Is that all right with you? I want to introduce the band to you because you might leave before I do it again. Since everything is quiet right now, we're trying to get down still. We're going to give you a chance to get a couple of more shots under your belt, then we're going to blow you out here. Show you. I ain't lying. Talk to my friend from Mexico City, Mexico. On the guitar, Mr. Jose Alvarez, y'all. Mr. Jose Alvarez, y'all, if you don't mind. How are you? The youth of tomorrow. You're very good, ain't you? Thank you very much for giving him your attention. Crowd that night due to the fact that David Hasselhoff was doing a free concert down at Grand Ole Opry, but we had a great time. Even though the crowd thinned out, we had a surprise visit from an old friend to stop by and show us support. Mr. Colin Navigator on there with the hat on, y'all, drinking that cold whiskey. Celebrate, Cole. What the hell are you doing in Nashville? We in Nashville.
Somebody say hi, man.
You were down in New Orleans.
We gonna spread the love. Thank you very much. Good night, y'all.
You know, when you're out here on the road, you got to be ready for the unexpected. So when we smelled gasoline, we did not hesitate to get off the expressway and find a place to have the thing checked out. We were losing gas. We're between Nashville and Louisville, about 70 miles north of Nashville. Jose Alvarez broke the van. It was big feet. He was driving too fast. He was driving too fast and blew the fuel pump in the van. Gas running this big way. All down in my shoes. We eventually got the van fixed and headed out. Down across Tupelo, Mississippi, down in the Delta area. June breakdown from the lake in Tupelo, Mississippi. Had to have the band to play on an empty stomach. And we had messages there. The job in Birmingham had been canceled due to the accident of a car running inside the building. Right there, I lost $2,000. Now I'm out of more money. That's the blues, baby. I got a feeling it's so damn hot down here in Tupelo, Mississippi. If you don't believe me, go to New York. That owner at Tupelo, Mississippi, his name was Robert. I told him that we had lost the gig, so he was nice enough to let us play an extra night there.
We appreciate coming down, and if you ever need us back here again, you want some blues, you know who you got to talk to.
Well, next day, me and Larry figured we'd get some rest at the hotel, so we sat down. The rest of the fellas decided they would tour Tupelo, which led them to the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Here's something that you ought to know. Jose Alvarez, guitar player from Mexico, was born on the same day that Elvis was born on, and he also on the same year that Elvis died.
I really want to wish for the type of success Elvis had. He turned into, what seems to me to be a pretty reclusive guy. Everybody recognizes him. That would be a horrible thing to not be able to walk down the street.
Funny, I'm here in Tupelo, Mississippi, and playing 2 nights here in Tupelo, the home of Elvis Presley, and enjoying every minute of it. Get south of that Mason-Dixon line, and I don't know, people are a little less jaded, maybe. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's fun. It's just they get into it a little more.
I knew then when my son called here at the club where we were playing at last night. He called before we got there. I said to call home right away. I knew it was death somewhere. But you talking about nervous. Boy, I tell you, I made so many mistakes last night playing. I just couldn't do nothing right, man. I tell you, that upset me really bad. You can't have a backup plan. There is no backup when you go on tour. For months, the tour is put together. It takes months to put it together.
But people that don't know what the blues is all about think that it's depressing music. It's not. That's not what it's about. It's rising above it. It's rising above all of the depression. So.
hurt myself. Oh, honey, bring your sweet love, bring it home.
That's because you're in the Bible Belt. That's it. The Bible Belt. The only problem is all the Christians are drunk. What's that? What'd you say?
That's it. You gotta eat easy cornbread.
Easy cornbread.
Mr. Jose Arias, y'all from Mexico City, Mexico. He's badass, ain't he? Yeah.
I let a young man in the audience play my guitar a little bit, and I swear to God I could hear his heart pounding when I let him hold my Gibson.
What they did for me is beyond all recognition.
It sounded good to me.
How about it? Right here.
And if I stand right over there on the other side, am I gonna be able to if I stand
Next morning, we headed to Columbus, Georgia, which is my hometown. I figured we'd give the band some rest there, and I'd get a chance to stay at home with my father for 2 or 3 days. Oh, yeah. I love the blues. That's why he likes like my music. Because it's blues. Now you'll come out and tell me that I don't like that song, boy. But that whiskey and gin, yeah, I like that. Yeah, he'll tell me to play. I just don't understand how you can meet all the man right there. Well, I fell in love, y'all.
Hey, Rose.
Yes, sir.
You know what 431 is? Mm-hmm. All right, you're going south on 431.
Is that still rolling? No. Yeah. Well, it's still rolling gone into 31, right? Okay. My plan was to visit James Peterson's brand new nightclub down in Alabama. So after driving through the back roads with swampland and everything, we finally found this club. It seems that Peterson had some problem getting his liquor license, so he held off on the advertising. There was nobody there, so we hung out and partied with him. And while in conversation with him, I found out that he's tired. After 40 years of running the road and singing and playing the blues, he decided he's going to take some rest.
Yeah, well, I've been playing for 40 years, and I've had my own clubs and stuff. I brought in Jimmy Reed, Buddy Water, and Howlin' Wolf, and Johnny Hooker, all of these guys. I brought these guys in, and Coco Taylor, Junior Wells, Buddy Guy, and Lynn Milton, and Clarence Carter, and Freddie King. I brought in all these guys, so I paid my dues, so really, it's time for me now to move on, be my own. I'm like this old dog who used to be going to commercial, I'm going to drink my own water. I'm at home. The Lord done took me around the world and brought me back. I don't want to go. I'm just like old mule when he take the stud. We're bagging up. Don't want to go.
Well, after stuffing our stomach with beer and barbecue, we decided to leave James Peterson's club. Man, a man has to make his own choices. I hope James Peterson has made the right one for himself.
Oh, my.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to leave you.
Did Roosevelt ever drive you crazy?
Not that much. I must say, we had a pretty good understanding.
No, we
Talked
didn't.
with him, he knew where I was coming from.
No, we didn't, Pop. When you said something, that was that.
I was off.
People don't do that nowadays.
Saying too much. Saying the same thing over and over, and you're looking right at me.
That's why you got all the stuff, kids on the corner and dope and...
I'm going on back children now. Time when I was coming up or when he was coming along is day and night.
Well, I have an argument with my band. They argue with me quite often about leave all your old business. You should be able to dress the way you want to dress and play. They don't like my rules. They got a pair of jeans with their ass out. They figure they ought to be able to wear them. B.B. King plays some mean blues. Did you ever see him on stage with pants on, with ass on him, and sneakers and t-shirt, ragged t-shirt? You don't see that, do you? He's got a lot of respect for what he does. The blues is a poor man. Common man, poor man, sit down and enjoyable type of music. You don't have to be rich to like blues. And blues songs are sings about the trials and tribulation of an ordinary, low-graded man. And it came from the slave. So that's where it comes from. You ain't gonna hear the blues sung about a rich man. A woman that spent her whole fortune on a poor man. You're gonna hear the blues sung about a man that ain't doing good, can't find a job. He got a woman, and she found somebody else, but didn't tell him they were using his bed. That's the blues. In the old days, the black folks didn't have but two things to make it. One of them was the Lord. One of them was the good Lord. The other was the blues. something bad to go wrong, he'll pray to the Lord about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
And ask the Lord to help him out and fix it.
Leave all your.
And then they go and sing the blues about how bad it was. So when the Lord fix it, they thank the Lord. And then they sing spirituals in church and praise the Lord's name because the Lord was in their corner. Back in slavery time, in the old time after slavery, blacks didn't have nothing but the Lord. That's all they had. So they had to praise his name quite a bit. Then they started singing about it and singing about what the Lord did for them. They didn't figure nobody else did it because it happened a different way. Had to be the Lord. That's why blacks are so into the Lord. So they sung about it. That's how you got them bad spirituals come out, boy. And you got that blues come out because they sat around late in the afternoon and sing about how bad things were early today. And it just kept going. Now here we are now. I take great pride and pleasure to sit down and do some slouch job music, boy. But that's what the ancestors done. I finally got a chance to take the boys in the band on a little trip to show them where I was born down in Alabama. That's my marker. You go down in this creek, I know, now you go across that creek, my birthplace ain't far. These were the trees in our yard, front yard. The house is sitting right back in the tree. All them little trees out there, we had fig trees and plum tree. Over here we had a pear tree. That pear tree is still standing there. This whole area here was just filled with different fruit growing wild. If you wanted blackberries, you walk down the road right here and pick them. If you wanted plums, you walk on the other side of the road. If you wanted muscadines, you walk right down here in the woods. There's a creek that running through the woods. We swim in every day. In the nude, it'd be 15 or 20 of us. The house that I was raised up in, sitting right next door to a blues club that played the blues all day. The only thing that's left of that house is a flat cement slab.
I'm going on back where I belong.
Anything can happen out here on a tour. I mean, you can have all kinds of problems. You can break down. You can make reservations. Hell, I can make reservations all day long. When you get to the hotel, they might not even know who you is. Because people make mistakes. After 3 days off, the next day we headed up to Atlanta, Georgia, and I played in a place called Blind Willie's. Fella was ran and itching ready to go. Now when we get to Atlanta, look out. It's gonna be a brand new day for me, well, I'll tell you, because Atlanta is mean. There are a lot of pretty women there and everything. I tell them, leave the women alone. Go to the hotel room, get your rest. Go back home to your own woman. Don't fool around out here with women.
My friend told me long time ago.
When we got to Atlanta, we find more unpleasant surprises. Blind Willie had double booked us with another band. Feel like this happens? It happens all the time. It happens all the time. That's why you need contracts.
Oh, I think it's cool. You know what? This is fun. But, you know, it doesn't replace that feeling I was looking forward to getting tonight. This is still decent.
It gets real expensive breaking in a lot of new acts. I think you'll enjoy Sandra tonight.
I've seen her.
Okay.
She's good. The whole band.
Yeah, I know these songs too.
I had some family that had come out to see us play there, so I managed to convince Sandra Hall's band to let us go up and do a couple of tunes for my father.
Running these old women. In the whiskey and gin. I didn't know the daybreak.
Sandra liked it, what she heard on stage, so she went up on stage and brought me up and we did an old classic together. That next morning at the hotel, we were ready to check out and managed to run into Eddie Shaw and Jimmy Thackeray. We all stood around and talked for a little while, then we hit the road.
Clip clock, clip clock, clip clock, bang! Clip clock, clip clock, clip clock. Amish drive-by. Not serious,
James
man.
Peterson got a club down in Pittsview, Alabama. And we had the night off. We were trying to find it. So we pulled over on the road, man, somewhere down the other side of Phoenix City, Alabama. Sent my man in the club.
There was a big old rebel flag on the window.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So Rosie
You
said,
sit in the car.
Man, you got it in, baby. You got it, Thackeray. I said, go, man, go, man.
So I walk into the club, there ain't nothing but a bunch of good old boys and a fat, ugly bartender woman. And walked up and I said, is this the road to take me to Pittsview? And this one guy sitting on a bar stool said, Pittsview? What you want to go to Pittsview for? And I said, well, there's a club opening up, and it's, first night it's opening, and that's where we're going. He said, club? What club? I just got this funny feeling, And so the bartender gave me directions, and I hustled out the door, and I ran across the parking lot. And yeah, I said, hit the gas, Rosie, we got to get out of here, man.
So then we come up.
City Sun, man.
Oh,
Hey!
Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Eddie, get on back to Chicago, man. You cutting our goddamn grass down here.
Hey, Jim.
You have to on the road as much as he is.
How you doing, man?
All right. There he is. Hi. How's Billy?
How you doing, man?
I've seen better days and more money.
Huh?
Yeah, you're looking good, man.
Oh, I know.
After Atlanta, we did 3 gigs in a row. We did Greensville, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, and Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. One after another. Here's a few highlights for you.
All right, let me tell you something about Syracuse before I leave, all right? One. Downtown Syracuse, the blues have Going on down the legends, cause it's real close to town. Head on to the west side, y'all. Check out the BB Lounge. They sell a whole lot of brothers here. I tell you, they got it 7 nights a week. Downtown Syracuse.
You know, just kind of, there's a lot of room and blues, and most people don't see that, you know. Most people think it's just like 1 for 5, and that's that. It just allows me to express myself, you know, and it's the one thing I can say about it. It is.
So it's been I realize very important to the whole process, how I process the world, my feelings, what I think, have to play. You know, I would die if I couldn't play.
After the little stay on the beach, we headed back to Syracuse and dropped Jose Alvarez off. Picked up Austin Jimmy Murphy and headed back down to Philadelphia. The name of the club there was Warm Daddy. Man, what a club that was.
Where's Suzanne? Suzanne, you get married on Saturday next Saturday? You get married next Saturday. How much time I got? 1 week? You had to go to the bathroom? Is you getting that nervous? Listen, honey, let me give you a little piece of advice.
Let me give you a little advice here. Now, I've been married for years. Years and years. I got a 36-year-old daughter and a 34-year-old daughter, and a 17-year-old daughter, and an 18-year-old son. Marriage is a beautiful thing. And I wish you all the happiness in the world, okay? You're going to be just fine. Don't you let any of these eggplants, don't you let them talk to you like you're messing up, because marriage is a beautiful thing if you got the right person, okay? But you got to have the right person. Now I want you to go home and think tonight. Do I have the right person?
You know what baby told me? Not so very long ago. Said, I don't love you no more, Rosie. Oh, I gotta let you go. That's why I'll go by. You're my baby.
Now, this tour ended well. I felt that everybody who heard us enjoyed us, and they would remember us. But it's time for me to get on back to my blues happening and see if I can't get myself a little rest.